Yo, it's Joe. What's up, everybody? We are back again with another video, and today we're going to be going over the Golden Globe nominations that were given out today. The award show is January 16th. We went ahead and got our nominations for all our categories today. I want to go ahead and start out by saying that I haven't seen all these movies. This is just me giving my opinion on what I've heard about these other movies and giving my opinion on who I think will win. But let's go ahead and start out with Best Motion Picture Drama. We have Black Panther, Black Klansman, Bohemian Rhapsody, If Beale Street Could Talk, and A Star Is Born. First off, I want to say it is monumental that Black Panther received this nomination. It's the first superhero to do so. I think Spike Lee getting this nomination was much deserved for Black Klansman. A lot of people didn't think that movie was deserving of it, but here we are. I thought it was a good film. I enjoyed it a lot, and I think it was worthy of the nomination. Bohemian Rhapsody is actually a surprise for me because besides Rami Malek's performance, I did not see this coming. I didn't think it was going to be good enough to get a nomination. His performance was great, but for Best Motion Picture in a Drama, I just didn't see it. I thought maybe with that Bryan Singer incident going on, it for sure wouldn't. But I guess that's maybe Best Director, not Best Picture. So, and If Beale Street Could Talk, I heard a lot of good things about this film. Barry Jenkins, who did Moonlight, which was my favorite movie of that year, loved Moonlight. He comes back with If Beale Street Could Talk. A lot of people had a lot of hype out of it, and it's going to be an awards contender. A Star Is Born, which I was able to check out, was absolutely amazing. Blew my socks off, had me tearing up. It was everything that I thought it was going to be. Everything was hyped up to be. So if I had to pick, I would say A Star Is Born is going to walk away with this. It's just so much going for them. Bradley Cooper, Lady Gaga, everything like that. They love these types of movies. And I think Black Panther is just, getting that nomination. It's not time yet for a comic book movie. I would love to see it get it, but I just don't think it will. Black Klansman, I think it was just one of those, they know Spike Lee is a great filmmaker and that this movie deserved it, so they went ahead and did it. My sleeper would be If Beale Street Could Talk, but I think A Star Is Born is going to walk away with this one. Best Actress in a Motion Picture Drama. We have Glenn Close for The Wife, Lady Gaga for A Star Is Born, Nicole Kidman for Destroyer, Melissa McCarthy, Can You Ever Forgive Me, Rosamund Pike for A Private War. Now, I want to say A Private War, I thought it looked like a very generic film, and it didn't look like it was going to be that good. I didn't even check it out, which is unfortunate because I usually check out all these movies, but I had no idea it was going to be as good as it apparently is to get this nomination. I saw A Star Is Born, obviously, so Lady Gaga, I thought she was amazing in that. I heard a lot of buzz about Glenn Close and The Wife earlier in the year, and it kind of just faded out. Nicole Kidman, I heard she's great in this, along with Boy Erased, which I was kind of worried about because I didn't know if they would kind of like cancel out each other, but I guess that would be more of a supporting role. But my pick would be Melissa McCarthy for Can You Ever Forgive Me? She was amazing in this role. This is something we haven't seen her do before. I know people say, oh, well, she's not all comedy. This proves that she's not all comedy. This is an amazing movie. She was able to hold her own, and she did a phenomenal job in this movie. She wasn't the only one, as you'll see later on in the list, but she did an amazing job. If I had to say someone who could sneak in and get it, it would be Lady Gaga because they love her. They really do. The Golden Globes it's kind of like meant and made for people like Lady Gaga who do the musical and kind of do a little bit of everything TV. So she's right at home, and there's always that chance that she can walk away with that award. But I believe Melissa McCarthy will go ahead and get the award. Best Actor in a Motion Picture Drama, we have Bradley Cooper, A Star Is Born, William Dafoe, An Eternity Gate, Lucas Hedge, Boy Erased, Rami Malek, Bohemian Rhapsody, and John David Washington, Black Klansman. I know Pops is looking at John pretty proud right now because he was great in this movie. He deserved the nomination, and he was able to get it. Rami Malek is transformative as Freddie Mercury. He's amazing. Lucas Hedge as Boys of Race he's always good. He's like him and Timothy Chalamet are just always bringing it again. They're really good. They're young. There's so much potential there, and they always realize it. William Dafoe. What more could I say about William Dafoe than hasn't been said about him already? He's amazing. Bradley Cooper, he directed this film and he sang in this film. I thought at the beginning, once I saw A Star Is Born, I was like, "There's no way this guy's not gonna walk away with this Oscar." I mean, I'm sorry for this walk away with an Oscar and a Golden Globe, but unfortunately, I saw Bohemian Rhapsody and I thought Rami Malek was better. I think he's going to go ahead and walk away with this award. I think, like I said, he was transformative. He was the movie. He brought that movie up, and I'm seriously, I don't see how it got, best motion picture drama nomination, but I do see how he got the best actor, and I think this movie is nothing without him. And I think that being said, that he deserves the Golden Globe just off of that. Best Motion Picture, Musical, and Comedy. We have Crazy Rich Asians, The Favorite, Green Book, Mary Poppins Returns, and Vice. I haven't seen The Favorite. I haven't seen Green Book. I haven't seen Mary Poppins Return and Vice because they haven't came out yet. But I did see Crazy Rich Asians. I thought it was a great film. Was a little surprised to see it on here, but maybe they just want a little bit more diversity. I'm not saying that it wasn't, deserving of the nomination. I just was a little surprised. I heard great things about The Favorite. It's got apparently some very, very good roles in it. People just putting in some of their best work. I think Green Book, as we all know, Viggo Mortensen and Mahershala Ali are fantastic in that movie. I've heard nothing but great things about it. Mary Poppins Returns actually kind of came out of nowhere for me. I just started hearing about it 2 days ago. I was amazed because I didn't know. I don't know if you guys remember me watching the trailers. I didn't see that magic that I thought I would see. But apparently people are seeing that magic because it's all over the place, and it's getting rave reviews. And people are loving this movie. So Mary Poppins Returns is on this list. And then there's Vice, which is also the same. People were so hyped for this film and anticipated it so much. And they just want to see what Christian Bale does and the story that they tell and how they're going to get, because he wasn't a very great person. So they don't want to, make him into a hero or anything like that. He did, horrible things, but he also was just a human, and he was being displayed by Christian Bale. So if I had to go with who's going to win this one, I would say Green Book, because they're the most stable out of all of these. I feel like it's been constant with them. They're good. It didn't come out of anywhere. Everybody knew this movie was going to be good, and it was good. Best Actress in a Motion Picture, Musical, or Comedy. We have Emily Blunt for Mary Poppins Returns, Olivia Colman for The Favorite, Elsie Fisher, 8th Grade, Charlize Theron, Tully, and Constance Wu, Crazy Rich Asians. Once again, I didn't, it's not knocking anyone or anything like that. I did not see the Mary Poppins Returns, Emily Blunt getting this. Charlize Theron for Tully. That movie kind of just came and went, I didn't expect that. And then Constance Wu and Crazy Rich Asians. I was just like, wow, okay. And that's not to take away from any of these people in here. Like I said, they're all deserving. They all did great jobs. I'm not saying any movies were bad. I just did not see them getting nominations. That's all. And I heard extremely great things about Olivia Colman in The Favorite. And Elsie Fisher in 8th Grade stole a lot of people's hearts. And a lot of people were praying that she would get nominated, and she did. And I think that if we had to go with someone, we would go with Olivia Colman in The Favorite. Once again, it's just about consistency. I heard she was great in it, even before it kind of picked up a little bit of steam here lately. Everyone always said she was great. And I think if I had to pick someone who would sneak in there, it would be Emily Blunt with Mary Poppins Return, just because it's blowing up right now. A lot of people are talking about it, and I think besides that, Olivia Colman has this pretty much wrapped up. Best Actor in a Motion Picture, Musical, or Comedy, we have Christian Bale for Vice, Lin-Manuel Miranda for Mary Poppins Returns, Viggo Mortensen for Green Book, Robert Redford for The Old Man and the Gun, and John C. Reilly for Stan and Ollie. Um, I did not see Stan and Ollie with John C. Reilly, but I didn't even recognize him in the pictures or anything like that I saw. Um, I, I don't even know where the movie would be released, and this isn't me knocking the film or anything like that. I heard nothing about this film until I saw this nomination, and I had to dig a little bit and see things. But I heard nothing, no good, no bad, no maybe, this. I heard no promotion or anything like that for this film, which is kind of odd. But Robert Redford for The Old Man and the Gun. I think what hurt his chances with winning this is simply because he revealed that he's still going to act. A lot of people are like, oh my God, this is Robert Redford's last role. He's never won, blah, blah, blah. He's got to win. And I think that would have went a long way if he actually was going to retire. But it turns out he's not going to. Viggo Mortensen in Green Book is amazing. He's so underrated and people just don't realize it. Lin-Manuel Miranda and Mary Poppins Return. Once again, I have not seen Mary Poppins Returns. But it's rolling. That train is going. And Christian Bale for Vice. This is a tough one because everyone, and I mean everyone, is so anticipating this Christian Bale role as Dick Cheney in Vice. And I think it can be very good for him. But the thing is, with the Golden Globes, they usually try to, be a little bit more fair. If I say they don't like giving people the same people awards all the time. So if I had to go with somebody, as much as I want to say Christian Bale, I'd say Viggo Mortensen. And that's not to say he's never won one or Christian Bale hasn't, but they'll probably look at it as Christian Bale is the most accomplished out of all the actors here. So they'll probably go with Viggo Mortensen. And like I said, my sneaker would be Christian Bale for Vice. But I think Viggo's going to go ahead and walk away with the award. Best Actor in a Supporting Role in a Motion Picture. We have Mahershala Ali in Green Book, Timothy Chalamet, Beautiful Boy, Adam Driver, Black Klansman, Richard E. Grant, Can You Ever Forgive Me, Sam Rockwell for Vice. This one is tough because this is a great bunch of actors. Man, this is like one of the tougher lists. Richard E. Grant and Can You Ever Forgive Me was, if not just as good, if not better than Melissa McCarthy in that movie. He was amazing. Sam Rockwell, I haven't seen Vice, but he was great in 3 Billboards last year, and I'm sure he's good in this again. He always brings it. Adam Driver was great in Black Klansman. Timothy Chalamet and Beautiful Boy. Same I can say about Lucas Hedges. They're just amazing. Mahershala Ali in Green Book. Mahershala actually won for Moonlight. And I think that him and Sam Rockwell will be at a disadvantage for this. And I could be completely wrong. This is just my assumptions here and my guesses. But I think that Mahershala Ali in Green Book was good. But it's not anything that's going to blow Golden Globes socks off. That's different from Mahershala Ali. He's always great. And they just want to see something different, and maybe this isn't as different. Same goes for Sam Rockwell and also him winning it last year. I would have to either go with Richard E. Grant or Timothy Chalamet. Adam Driver, I just feel like he was great, but it's sad. It's really sad, and I'm not trying to say anything about him as an actor, but I just feel like his performance wasn't as good as the rest of these guys. Timothy Chalamet, they love him, but obviously not enough because he hasn't won yet. And I mean, he's still got plenty of time. He's young, like I said. But I think Richard E. Grant's going to walk away with this. He's been around for a while, and this is one of his better roles. And I think that he's deserving, and he will walk away with it. Best Actress in a Supporting Role in a Motion Picture. We have Amy Adams for Vice, Claire Foy, First Man, Regina King, If Beale Street Could Talk, Emma Stone, The Favorite, and Rachel Weisz, The Favorite. Earlier this year, it would have been a lock for Claire Foy and First Man. She was the only thing good about that film. Most people will agree with me. Amy Adams in Vice, she's kind of like a mini Meryl Streep. She's constantly being nominated. I wish she would actually win more often. I think she's an incredible actress. Emma Stone, It has been on kind of a roll. You know, she's been nominated almost every year. She's won Oscars. Rachel Weisz has won Oscars as well, and she's always great. But my pick here would have to be Regina King for If Beale Street Could Talk. I think she's paid her dues, and she's amazing in this role. And we don't get a lot of great Regina King because she does TV and she does smaller roles. But this role, in the supporting role, she stood out the most in this film. And this is a great film, so it shows a little bit more. So I think that she's more deserving of this, and I think Regina King will walk away with it. If I had to pick someone, which is a very, very tough, almost as tough as the best actor in supporting role, I would say that Amy Adams for Vice, just because I feel like Emma Stone and Rachel Weisz kind of cancel each other out, and Claire Foy, she had a full head of steam, and it kind of just died off a little bit as these other films came out. So if I had to see someone sneak in there, it would be Amy Adams for Vice. But I think Regina King is definitely going to win this award. Best Motion Picture, Animated, we have Incredibles 2, Owl of Dogs, Myra, Ralph Breaks the Internet, Spider-Man Into the Spider-Verse. Okay, I've seen almost all these films. I have not seen Into the Spider-Verse because it hasn't come out yet, but I'm hearing great things. I saw Incredibles 2, loved it. Not as good as the first one, but I loved it. Owl of Dogs was good. I have not seen Myra. I just haven't seen it anywhere released or anything like that. Ralph Breaks the Internet, I was fortunate enough to check out. I enjoyed it. But I think Spider-Man Into the Spider-Verse is definitely going to go ahead and win this. I've heard some people saying this is the best movie of the year, so I would not be surprised one bit to see this film take away this award. I think it's honestly it's to win. I can't really see any other films winning it, just because such rave reviews of this film. It's actually insane. I knew this movie was going to be good. I didn't know how good. But I have yet to see anyone say any type of flaw about this film, anything they didn't dislike, and people were calling this movie groundbreaking, and they really enjoyed it. And I think that Spider-Man Into the Spider-Verse is for a sure thing here in this with this nomination and winning this award for Best Animated Motion Picture. Best Motion Picture for Foreign Film, we have Capernaum, Girl, Never Look Away, Roma, and Shoplifters. Now, I feel very underqualified doing this, just because unfortunately it's not easy for me to see a lot of foreign films. Not in a bad way. It's just they don't usually come out in the area that I'm in, so I really don't get to see them. Roma, fortunately enough, is on Netflix and it's had screenings and things like that. So actually I go this simply based off of what I've heard, and a lot of people were loving Roma earlier in the year, and a lot of people also think that it should have been nominated not for foreign language, but just overall for Best Motion Picture. So with that being said, don't see how it can lose, because people were picking it to win Best Motion Picture over a lot of the other films, and sadly to say, I don't know if a lot of people who nominate these films have seen all the other ones or heard about all these other films as much as they've heard and seen Roma. So I think that gives it an advantage. Alfonso Cuarón has directed films that have been nominated before, so that also gives him a kind of like a head start on everyone, and I think that Roma will definitely win this. Like I said, I feel very underqualified talking about this one, at least just because I don't really know a lot about the rest of the films besides Roma. So I'm just going to go ahead and pick Roma just based off of everything that I've heard so far. Best Director in a Motion Picture, we have Bradley Cooper, A Star is Born, Alfonso Cuarón, Roma. We have Peter Farrelly for Green Book, Spike Lee, Black Klansman, and Adam McKay for Vice. I thought that Bradley Cooper did an exceptional job for his first time directing with A Star is Born. Alfonso Cuarón with Roma was amazing. The heart and the emotion in the film. Peter Farrelly in Green Book, you don't normally see him in a film like this. He's more comedy. And Spike Lee, he just makes amazing films. Black Klansman happened to be one of the most recent ones he's made and one of the better ones he's made. Adam McKay with Vice. Adam McKay, The Big Short. I personally wasn't a huge fan of that film. I get why people loved it, but I personally wasn't a big fan of it. But I love Adam McKay, and like I said, there's a lot of hype around Vice, and I think that is one of the reasons is, you know, Adam McKay and the cast. It's not just the cast, and it's not just Adam McKay. It's the collection of them. So I think that this nomination is good for him, but I think that Peter Farrelly will definitely win it for Green Book. I think it's him stepping out of his comfort zone, which is comedy, and a lot of people didn't expect it, and you don't expect it, like things like that. So I will go ahead and say that he will walk away with the award. If I had to find somebody that would sneak in there, I'd say Adam McKay, just because they love him. Vice is just kind of like shockingly hyped for a film that's not like a blockbuster movie. I would love to see Spike Lee get it, but I doubt he will. Bradley Cooper, I feel like maybe he gets a couple more movies under his belt, and he'll be a serious contender. And that's not to take away from anything he did. Like I said, he did an amazing job. But I think that Green Book, Peter Farrelly, will definitely win this award. So, guys, those are my picks for the winners of the Golden Globes 2019. Like I said, I believe it is January 6th is when it will be showing. And I will watch it, and I will give my reaction to it as well. Like I know that a lot of people will look at it and be like, Jordan, you didn't see half these films. And, you know, like you're just kind of, but like I said, I'm just going off of what I've heard, what I've seen. I do a lot of research on these things because I'm very interested in award season. I love award season to do that. I'll do the same for Oscars as well. I'm just going off of what I feel and what I've seen before, and that's what I'm basing it off of. But I hope you guys enjoyed this as much as I enjoyed doing it. Let me know what you guys think, who you think will be your winners, or where you disagree with me a little bit in the comment section below. If you enjoyed this video, like, subscribe, and share. More videos to come. Until next time, peace. Joe, if you enjoyed my content, please like, subscribe, and share, and follow me on my various social media pages. Thank you.